Today is Transformers Prime. Soundwave for 142 subscribers special. Cause like the last video for 103 subscribers special was like very bad. The Optimus was very bad, and then I decided goofy and very hard to transform and looked bad, had bad proportions in robot mode. So like what happened is I decided to make a Soundwave from Transformers Prime. I'm gonna be making more Transformers Prime characters. Like next one will be Optimus Prime, then Megatron, then Starscream. Okay. So I will never break the characters because I'll keep them for a long time until I finish all my pieces. So like the only thing that makes Soundwave. The only reason why I made Soundwave is because he's an easy character. The limbs are easy to make. Even other YouTubers like STSC have made him. So that's why this was the first guy I chose for Transformers Prime. I've never made a Transformers Prime version. So like that's why to see Soundwave. First of all, the jet cockpit looks very good. There's a tiny gap, and that's due to transformation. And you can see that in the side view, it's very thin. And on top, which is very big, I have to move the camera. On top, you can see that he is very large. Not even my camera can see it. Well, that's why he might be big in robot mode because he will be like big. So like what's gonna happen is like I'm sorry. Just give me 1 second. So like this is very cool. I built him some accessory, which is the ground thingy, which is when he fights Wheeljack, he has this thing, and he takes it out of the ground. So I decided to make this. It's like a keyboard under the mountain, and I decided to keep it. Now this stud on here, if you don't want this ugly stud, you can always put this on like an accessory. Actually, it doesn't change much, but it only changes that this stud is hidden and then there are 2 more studs. Well, I don't care about that. Well, it doesn't do any change. Face vehicle mode. It's kind of funny. Well, I don't care. For transformation, no, I meant by the bottom is very, very compact and clean. You can see some robot parts like this, which the only thing are these hydraulics and this ball joint, or else there's nothing that is coming. Well, in the back of the whole assembly, you can see that there's 2 engine thrusters. One small one big. This ignites it and then it phew. I forgot. He gets out of Earth. It's been 4 minutes of just talking. So like it's time for transformation. First for transformation, these are on hinges. So rotate these outwards. It's like a big laser beak. It's kind with legs. It's kind of funny, but I don't care because that's part of the transformation. I don't know why I look like that. Well, you might not know what that becomes to. I'm just gonna explain in a minute. So like, then what you wanna do is you wanna rotate this on stud friction, rotate this around, and stud friction does in everything. I'm gonna after transformation, I'm gonna tell you what this stud does. No, it doesn't tab into anything. Then you just rotate these outward, and then there's a whole assembly. Well, rotate downward. You will have to then move these a little bit. Of course, you know this is going to be his back cable. I don't care though, because the back cable doesn't really matter, because he has to transform in a simple way. And the backpack. Then put them back inside, and they will become sides to. So like, then what you want to do is separate the legs a little bit. That is a simple part. Then comes my favorite part. The feet. So like on this ball joint, you rotate the front of the whole. So the whole thing, the whole cockpit of the jet folds into the back. It's very cool, but he doesn't stand. And if you put him in a dynamic pose of like, no, he can stand on his own. He's still too big for my camera. Even when I fully extend it, the tripod I'm using, it's a little bit bad. I don't care. Okay, then you want to hinge these arms which are on ball joint outwards, and then rotate these around, and then rotate, take out the arm. So like there's one arm. So then what you want to do is you want to rotate it down. The same process for the arm. Wow, this is how it's gonna turn out. Wow. Then what you want to do is the last thing, make sure these are tapped, make sure nothing breaks, and then rotate the head around. This will become his face, and now here he is in his robot mode. I'm happy that he can stand. I just figured that out because all the weight and stuff makes it hard for it to stand. But when you adjust the ball joints, it can stand. I never knew that. Well, I just figured that out. Well, the arms are my favorite. They're easy to transform. Mostly what satisfies me is the legs. Those are so cool. So like, what I'm thinking, no, these are not the eyeballs. He doesn't have any eyes anyway. This is the whole face. This is just for detailing and for vehicle mode, or else there's no reason why I added these. So it can fill in the space. So like, the front looks really great. The back is kind of clean. The back is clean. I have to honestly say the back is very clean. You can see the stud. You can try to pick that in later. That would look goofy. Well, the front of it is like, if I could like move it up here, that would cause more kibble, and the legs are much simpler. And while all of this compacts into one big backpack, and there are two surprises you would never know. First of all, where is Laserbeak, you might say? Where is Laserbeak? Laserbeak in vehicle mode and robot. Laserbeak from vehicle and vehicle mode and robot mode hide very. No, it doesn't come from the chest, even though there's some black to represent. It Go to the back. You see the stub thing? This is Laserbeak. I don't know the gender of Laserbeak. This I don't know the gender of Laserbeak. I think Laserbeak is female because Ravage is a male, and her voice is like in Dark of the Moon. The Autobots have fallen for the bait and brought the cargo ship. That makes it sound a lot like a female. And then you might notice there's kibble now. Laserbeak prevents the kibble and makes it look very better and shiny. So like we can attach Laserbeak again here like that. Well, Laserbeak's cassette mode, I'm gonna review him by herself. I mean her by herself. I'm just grabbing some. I'm just kidding. So wow, actually, Laserbeak is really cool. She is very cool on her own. She has the smaller pieces, and last minute I built Laserbeak. So like this is the front. This is the best Laserbeak I ever made because it transformed from a bird to a cassette. I've never done that in my life with it. So like the front, obviously a blind screen. From the side, there's a little bit gap, but I forgive myself. In the back, there is 2 studs, and in different colors. But in the bottom, there's just 2 clips. You might say, how is it going to transform if it's connected? I'm just going to show the transformation now. First, you want to move this a little bit to untab everything, and then this untabber will become into Laserbeak's head. Her head will be like that. Well, then you rotate the wings, and then rotate them. Rotate them forward, and here's Laserbeak in her bird mode. So like Soundwave and Laserbeak might be a different color, maybe like purple or blue or something. I don't know, so I just stuck with gray. Gray is a cool color. Gray is also like I don't know if Transformers Prime was before Transformers Robots in Disguise. Because Robots in Disguise, when Bumblebee is in the Shadow Zone, and when Soundwave takes over, what happened is that he says, what would what's that called? What would Raphael, Miko, and Jack do? Those are the name of the character from Transformers Prime. So I think Transformers Prime came before it. So then they evolved because like movies have to start from somewhere. And maybe the Transformers gone to different cities. So that's why they're saying we're from Cybertron to different cities like New York. That's why, but they're from the same planet and they're from the same series. Here, Laserbeak, I'm very proud of the cassette mode and the bird mode. Well, there's another secret I was hiding from you. That you see these things which make this actually you want to first fold this, fold these delicate pieces away from the backpack. Then you have clearance to rotate this around. If you want to, looks like he's gonna go up, but then do you see what this is looking like, guys? Rotate this. Comment down below what you might think this is. Rotate this a little bit, and then rotate this a little bit, and then you can see what this is starting to be comment, right guys? If not, then leave a comment below. If you don't know, you can keep it like this, or you can just keep it up. I like it upward a little bit downish, cause like it looks a little bit better that way. Our Soundwave with his two minion arms, which go and grab this in the mountain, the circuitry, and Laserbeak just flew in here. I'm just kidding. I went through it. Well, despite it is really helpful in vehicle mode. And what the? No, Laserbeak is broken. So, like, Laserbeak, why did you fly? So, like, I'm spending lots of time talking. I do like in the vehicle mode they contribute. I mean, jet mode they contribute, and they don't have to be removed, and they're not an accessory. Well, you can fold them if you want to make Soundwave in a pose where he is actually not using. It's totally up to you if you build this guy. Well, I'm moving this arm a little bit forward because you see this peg I mentioned earlier? This peg, it will actually peg onto Laserbeak. Laserbeak will connect. Since this is a hollow stud, what will happen is it will allow you to peg into this, the middle section, not these studs. Well, the middle section is kind of hard to take off and hard to put. So, like, I keep it in the middle though. Well, here it is. Here is Laserbeak without Soundwave falling. Soundwave, I just figured out that he can stand up. I never figured out that Soundwave could stand. Laserbeak is a bit too tall due to my cameras. Even when I do maximum, I'm gonna show you. So, like, when it looks like that, it's a little bit weird, but actually, this is the end of the video. Like and subscribe, and tell me if you liked this build or not in the comments. If you have watched Transformers Prime before, if not, it's okay. You can watch it today. Goodbye.